double damages. Okay, PRX on defense, G2 on attack. And we are hiding from the Fade Eye over towards A. We got no raid boss. Just chilling. PRX pretty much go for a retake wall over towards A. This is old school from them. They used to do this all the time and then kind of push up towards here.
Push out, Trent. Lucky to escape with his life. Be a tiny little tick of damage taken there.
Yeah, free side for G2. This is a rough retake. Really hard retake, especially with the smoke down over towards spawn as well. Looks like they might even have 2-3 heavy to hold over towards A main.
Trying to come from the top of heaven and flood in.
Only flames to come through here for PRX. HL's not going to be able to find too much damage. Just going to barrel their way down through elbows.
Hey, the wall gives them a good amount of space. Ah, dude. I wonder why that happens so much. Okay, nicely done. Nicely done from Trent. I was asking Boo about this. You know the Fade Eye? Sometimes, like, on land, people mistime it. I have no idea why.
Has a great placement there to kind of keep the positions hidden just a little bit extra longer for G2. He can really line up and do some damage there. Great work around the corner. Jogamo holding the line behind
the
screen. And then they've got 2 players still over at main to lock that down. That's going to be
maybe it's just nerves.
I
thought at the beginning, but I'm telling you, throughout, like, I've seen it happen way too much. I think it's just like a ping diff. That it maybe pops like a little earlier or something.
And good teams will cut that apart.
Okay, one Sheriff on the defense. We'll keep an eye on the pistols, obviously 1-0.
Situated outside of A.
This has been
the whole of EMEA split as well. Dude, it was both. It was like every region, man. It was so weird to see.
They do get the overwhelm and push forward to find Leaf, would just be a ghost recovered. Would be the most handful of weaponry, which has now been taken away from them.
And maybe they try and get Trent his ult early, or like as close to. Trent entry kill, get to the plant as well. Got a couple of ecos for them to potentially clean up.
Sometimes they will, but most teams will just die to the spike here, or at least try to. The real danger player is Leaf. See if PRX is going to be ready for that. A tremendous lurker. Never know when he's going to show up. A little bit of delay with the util.
Yeah, just further cycling them back. Leaf, we'll see if he's going to be able to find another. Looks like he's going to catch the timing. So Forsaken does get taken down. He himself can go ahead and upgrade this sheriff now.
And he can definitely hunt. Valen also might get involved.
He swoops around the back here of Ali. Coming in.
Good stun to try and enable.
He's a back kill. Pushes to the corner, finds Jinx stunned up. Patman gets another nice shot.
Yeah, it kind of worked out pretty well for PRX, to be honest. They get close to the Fatal, and the people that are hunted aren't like crazy close to their ults anyway.
So far, just finding the openings, and if they see any space on the map, they're going to immediately take it. They're a hungry team.
Sliggy's tech ball shirt with the prime. Thank you for the 10 months, mate.
On the back line.
Thank you for that.
G2 able to keep a couple of those Guardians and Bulldogs in, a little bit of a buy-up as well, but...
Yeah, so Fade Eye goes out. I'm going to have the Omen TP here. If the Fade Eye hits, they'll stun. If it doesn't, then they don't need to. And with the wall as well, it kind of isolated into this area. So it's a strong default, and honestly, maybe at one point PRX might have to hold someone over towards here. Insta stun anyway, just in case they try and shoot it, maybe.
Even just TPing back across and through main. Sounds like after this minor exploration, G2 going to look to change it up a bit.
Yeah, already a little bit too much contact for their liking, and that's a team that is. This is a team that is very.
Yeah, Jogamo after shooting the Prowler and creating pressure, or trying to clear the util that clears the question mark on Heaven. Insta joins his team over towards here, knowing that they probably have 2, whereas we can see 3 over towards A. This is nice. So now in theory they're taking here and here, but they also see that on the minimap, so they know that they re-cleared over towards A Heaven. So they might speed up. Damn, nicely done from Forsaken. Forsaken did really good on this. That is probably the kill that matters.
Looking to do some more.
Patman missed the chill. Oh, they got Spike. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got a little scary with some of that. Dude, that's unlucky with the Spike going on Heaven here.
But they lose out on 3 players.
Yeah, I mean,
shout out to Forsaken. Forsaken did
little
good
bit
here.
of lack of
Something
vision
that
this
I
time
like as
cost
well is
PRX
PRX changed up their
not
B
able to
hold a little
figure
bit.
out
Normally when
how
there's 2 on site, they fight
big
over
the
towards
push is
B
gonna
main
be
with the
from
2.
G2.
But this
Forsaken,
time they only
okay,
have
able
1
to
and they
win
had
that
1
battle.
over towards
Gets a
site, so they
second.
still had like a
Divine is
crossfire.
trapped in a really
But they
awkward
also changed it
position.
up
He
from
just
last
doesn't
time we
have the
saw them
outs.
play,
Got
so
the
it wasn't just
crossfire
easy for
from up on
G2
the
to just
rafters
run over
and through
towards the
box.
site.
And then the rest of the team is able to show up just in time. Forsaken going to be on his feet a lot if PRX is doing well.
Divine side, yeah, should be better.
For sure.
Absolutely. Looking to get him a bit entrenched here in Garage. One way now on the setup.
Okay, let's tune into this one. 1, 2,
Push up into
3.
this, get up on top of the box, and
Oh,
Alan, not
God.
sure if he's gonna read this.
That's a crazy play.
It's
It's a crazy, crazy play. And as I was about to highlight, is this round is worth so much, right? We got 3 they can't buy, we got 5 over towards here, so whoever wins this kind of worth 2. I like this from PRX as well. They've been doing this smoke on part of their default, and they actually just do a play on the back of it. Really nice.
Advantage for now going to be there in the hands of PRX. Divide playing closer at Mail to be spotted. Jinky in the line chair.
Good swings, everyone's swinging together. It's really nice from PRX, man. It's nice 2 back-to-back rounds from them.
Now, one of the ways you can disrupt G2 is if you can find the timings when they're thinking about doing their executes, when they're thinking about trying to use some of that util.
Pushes them down to an eco, but this is the team that are incredible stingers.
Brilliant stuff from him. Divide there, full flash, no problem. Knew right where Jogamo was. And that's a really solid round for PRX.
This is one to be scared of if you are PRX. It's just about full
Yeah,
stingers in the
4
hands
stingers.
of G2.
It's just as fearsome as when
4 stingers, and they want to go aggro over towards A. And they get a free sight, a little bit scary. Jesus, that's nuts, by the way. That's a double ding. Big jaw. Oh, I think that jaw was the round. Yeah, this is why G2 is so scary, man. They're so good with the stingers, but I'm telling you, that kill from Trent is wild. Yoro isolates one, hasn't found the other, takes over towards Heaven. Yeah, pretty much know he's A-ramp after getting that info. It's a great ult from Jogamo. There's a lot of guns for them to upgrade here.
1v4 at 46 HP, G2 upping the pace, disrespecting the setups. Take it away, this round win.
And dude.
Back in the lead.
And this is one of the hallmarks of championship caliber teams, is that they can win ecos at a pretty high clip. And that's going to be something G2 does very early in this match.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Look at that.
Double headshots there for Trent. Absolutely nasty stuff. Like you said, Valen, way ahead of where PRX could expect.
I mean, they're just insanely good with stingers.
PRX in this event is they're not quite
They're just so good at trading with them. It's hard when you have multiple people like dueling out like this and be able to get like 2 kills.
Killed with knives out in their hands. Definitely something they need to shore up. This is a G2 team that is
I missed it.
try to make
Like
you
the idea
guess
though.
where they're going to be coming from. It's going to be a lot on this guy right here, Leaf. He is fearsome, but there's a 3-man stack here for PRX.
Really want to try to get him out of here. Tucks back.
Okay, spots info, his numbers, or they go heavy with that. Nicely handled from Leaf. Instant reaction to push over towards B, but they got to go through the molly. Omen ult here for fast strats, kind of changing, kind of doing what Fnatic like to do when they get an Omen ult on defense. Go aggro somewhere, take control, leave one there, and then Omen ult. Yeah, this might be a mini, strat.
Gives you the man advantage too.
Spike planted.
1-1 drop checked, but there's the timing. Jogamo swinging when it's the worst possible moment there for something.
Big Joe here.
Batman needs his flank to be big, but it is being watched, and it's just going to be taken down off the rip. Player advantage now here for the side of G2. The push into the smoke for Forsaken, able to find one. Jogamo does get eliminated. TP forward, the swing up from Divine. Arriving on the Raptors.
Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Divine, how's he done that? Dude, imagine they just out-aimed him the whole game. That was nuts from him.
Forsaken's creativity on the Omen is something else right now. The way he
Yeah,
uses
this was awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, this was just a good round off the bat from them. Great chance.
Forward after finding a kill in the smoke, trying to come out of alley, and that sets up Divide for the nice bait and switch. And then Divide from the Raptors Drops the elbow
So
down
with the
on top of
TP, yeah, it's
G2.
cool. Honestly, just the whole strat is nice as well. Like, they don't get too much safety over towards B with the Omen ult. Force them down to a low buy again, kind of. They pretty much just force it out, get the stinger. Good amount of ults in this one. It's a big round. 2 people here that can't buy.
Might just be looking to up the pace here once again.
Okay, smoke with the fade eye beyond, trying to get some kind of
He's able to go ahead, stay back. Nightfall avoided by something.
combo going. Something, this is crazy from you.
Knows that the Aura Skate crash in the back of sight. Devi is going to be taken down as Valen. With that stinger, just comes away with it. Attempted a pre-fire, but bullets whizzing past the enemy Omen. Valen stays alive.
Fatal goes in. I like the idea. Fatal to the right, Omen flash to the left. Damn, look at these retakes, dude. These retakes are nice. Fatal to the right, Omen flash towards the left, and everyone's swinging together.
Scraping by with a retake as things get chaotic.
It's good.
Regaining the lead by 1.
Well, their mechanics are looking really strong right now for PRX. They're flooding together. It didn't work early, but now it's starting to really come together for them. A few kind of off-kilter moments early, and it maybe looks like G2 is going to be able to hold it down. Forsaken, Patman coming together nicely there.
Yeah, whole time is off. Forsaken was up towards heaven till he TP'd down, so it was a higher
okay.
lower.
That opened up the space for the rest of his team to start controlling the front of the site.
Oh, getting stressed
Really
already?
nicely
Okay, that's
G2.
nice.
Now they want to take a time out to
He's
think
stressed
about this.
already
I mean,
a little bit.
I can't really fault
Yeah,
G2
definitely
in
going
a
to
lot of
talk
these
about
rounds so
the
far. I
B
think they've been
retakes at the
doing a lot
moment.
of
They need to
things
take
the
more
proper way.
forward control
They've
if they
been
are
finding
going to go
that
over
open
towards
space.
B,
They've
but
been
I
getting those
imagine
plants
they're probably going
down,
to speak
in
about
either,
originally,
fair
like how they're getting there,
advantages in
more
terms of
splits,
everybody
more
has the
taking
same number
middle,
of players,
maybe
or
leave
maybe they lose
one
one,
lurk in there,
but
like leaf.
Overall, they're doing a
Might
good job
enable
of
leaf to lurk
getting
here.
the initial lines of PRX defense. It's been these retakes all of a sudden have just come alive.
So a timeout call. Maybe just
Breach and Fatal, yeah, Breach Fatal for Fade, Razor.
Like to flood retake. Hasn't really been seen so
You can
much.
call the timeout. I mean, players can call
that to
timeout
do
too,
with,
if they
you
want.
were talking about the creativity coming through from PRX. Found themselves 4 and 3. That's without Jing being able to find a huge amount of impact. Killers for the moment has been involved in these eliminations with the 4 assists that he has, but that rocket was seeming like maybe the best chance for him to get on board.
Okay, low buy, Stingers once again.
Sure. It just was a, you know,
AD fold, but look at this from PRX. 4 people here. Got the late TP going over towards Beast. They can fast rotate, but they got 4 here and they insta all over towards middle. So all towards mid, and then they can keep the 3 strong over towards A. Last time they just A hit. So damn, dude, as he's trying to cross.
Able to find Jogamo. Realistically, from G2. How do you try to pivot from here? What does the play look like when you don't have that Yoru to try to cause disruption and chaos on the entry? Valen's shown that he's more than willing to go double TPing forward, but without those added layers, those flashes in behind, it can be a lot more difficult. It seems like they're going to
It looked like they wanted to group B, but then they decided to go through this.
You remember the corner he was tucked in last time.
Able to avoid it, the push forward, spots out one trench, just quickly
The 1-for-1 there is pretty good for G2. Especially as they're so far away, it creates a lot of pressure around the map.
Bought a ton of open space on the map, just going to be Forsaken.
Impurity, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate the 5 months.
Patman may be thinking about sliding back over into a 2-2 here.
Yeah, might be a lot for Forsaken for this one.
Want to check. Doesn't get any contact. G2 still a bit away.
Cycles the smoke out here.
The great time smoke from
On the
Forsaken.
main entry.
30 seconds left.
Trent at the ready, util in hand, trying to send Paranoia's gonna go flying. A little bit of damage.
Omen Flash is good though. Really good Omen Flash. Patman did good in heaven though. Wait, PRX are playing really good though.
Tuck around the corner. The nade going to be sent.
Damn, dude. They're really good. I like it. I like it. They got a lot of ults as well. Money's starting to get pretty decent for
They
them.
read this round really, really nicely. I like using the Viper's Pit right away. That's a part of the map that is giving them
Even let them get the plant. Yeah, that's nice. Pharaoh, thank you so much for the prime, dude. Appreciate the 9 months.
Oh my god. This makes a good read. G2 doing a little bit of homework though. The last time that PRX was on this defender side against Team Liquid, that's the corner that Devi was tucked up in when he sent that pit. So they knew where he was going to be at, use that fault line, able to at least trade it out. but everything looking solid.
Get the charge out on defense as well. He did this quite a lot over towards here on B, but this time he goes a little bit more passive. Op goes out for something, set him up over towards A. He didn't use anything to set him up as well, so they don't actually kind of get any early info that he's doing this. Call for the clear over towards middle. Yeah, I mean, Leaf has no idea he's doing this. There's no util to set him up. It's nice.
Moves the lurk. Brings it into a 4v4.
As soon as he kills Leaf, something's over to the other side of the
Yeah,
map.
and something's already rotated. He's got his back up to try to get over towards A fast, and
that smoke should buy a bit of space, and oh boy, Forsaken, he's got the judge, but they're
oh, let's see it. Something. What you got? Ah, the TP'd up. That was a nice shot. Well, fair play.
With a headshot. Gets rid of the operator. Gets rid of Jing. As he is still absolutely frying. Patman swinging around the back. Jonah P perfectly ready for it, but seemed like he had to read, but able to have the shots. Up now, scooped up here for Jogamo.
Kind of needs to save the gun.
Towards B heaven.
2 people that are low. I mean, I guess Jing can drop 1.
Trent gonna be the first line that he has to try to cross. Stuck on the angle.
It's a nice off angle.
There. With the lineup.
I mean, Jogamo did really good.
One back, breaking the win streak from PRX, keeping
Still like the round from
close.
PRX, to be honest. They just mistimed their swing over towards middle.
For some early aggression to deny the plant. The judge up front gets denied by the clone. This is a jog round. His Yoru on the biggest of stages is one of the best. He is so tricky to deal with, so smart with the way he uses his util. Frustration there from something. Feels like he probably should have had
him
that.
Down to an eco. We like forcing.
In some ways, but they just weren't quite
kind of forcing. 2-4, 2-4.
Now we got a big 5-man stack for G2.
I would call this a force.
On the A side, Jogamo gonna go on a dimensional drift.
As soon as he spots 3 in heaven, they realize it's free sight.
Jing's in trouble.
Leading forward, and he's gonna be able to spot quite a many few players here. Said Jing in a rough position is pushed out of this one. And Jogamo! Someone goes away with the kill. Something taken down. Jing
Something, man. Oh boy. Yeah, Jay, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate the 4 months, man. Good to see you, dude. It's not the best all. It gives you a lot of space, and they didn't push over towards spawn. I'm not saying I'm believing, but honestly, get some lucky spams here.
Being able to find Jonah P. Check in from Devi, couple tags, but kill not found. Trent lingering forward.
There's a nice try.
Trying to get creative with it up and over the top of the screen, but eventually does get found. Jogamo's got the shorty at the ready. Looks like Devi's going to want to try to exit, but he will not
nice
be
down
allowed
from G2.
G2
it's a weird buy now for PRX.
Yeah, I mean, again, such great stuff there. Off the dimensional drift, getting so much information.
And then getting the kill on the exit.
Yeah, just absolutely brilliant stuff.
That's nice movement from him.
The shorty too. He's doing everything in this round for G2. You give Valen that much information, and he is going to rip you apart. You have the pit for the post plant. Tremendous.
Okay, force him down to natural eco. 2 hero guns. Fatal for Fatal on this one. Over towards middle, so they insta-stun every single time. The fade eye is so high that you have to commit past this line. You could anti this though, you can just be here and you don't get hit.
Position though for the side of PRX, with the Devi joining. Things are about to get potentially a bit weird. Is okay, Forsaken able to find one with a
whoa,
shot.
what was that one?
With a kill as well.
Nice trade.
We find ourselves in a 3v3.
Oh, Fatal goes in, they want the guns. Something's going to be able to...
Devi a hair off, being able to have the angle. Something spots everyone on the exit.
He went all the way through, didn't pick up a gun.
Doesn't have the time to double back to go for a weapon, just trying to intercept.
Just all about timing here for something. You can see Jonah P aware of it.
Being watched by 2. Jonah P swings back of the pillar. Patman now arriving.
Spike planted.
2v3 with just the one rifle between them. Head's gonna be spotted. Patman gets his taken off.
Oh, double ult.
Something will collect the weapon. He certainly has his work cut out for him. The silent drop. 2 flashes available to try to utilize. A double stack at backside.
Big flash.
And the peak being noted there. Sends a flash. Jonah P able to turn it.
Still the full process. Yeah, it's low rough.
G2 securing 6.
Yeah, even though the beginning part of this round looks like it's going to be pretty dangerous for G2. We've got the full 5-man stack for PRX. The Nightfall just misses. Defy not able to catch a player on the exit with his Sheriff. G2 looking really good. I love the way that Jonah P is just firmly
Okay, someone gets the op out. Obviously no ults into this one, but no ults for G2 as well. Jinx, like the only person that might get it. 2 more kills for him and he gets his ult. Op this time looks like it's going to get set up with the Fade Eye over towards A.
Forsaken actually doesn't TP forward, TP back this time. So a little bit of trickery, trying to confuse G2 about how he's going to play this garage
in.
spot.
See Valen looking for it. Wary of it.
Double swing to set the one up. Again, it's kind of nice for PRX. They don't use any U2 when they set the op. Oh, okay, they use Fade Eye. Okay, now Leaf's going to know.
It's going to maybe shift somebody over. No? Okay, PRX.
Oh, I think Leaf might be a step ahead here.
And something is... I don't know the correct one if the swing comes through. Okay,
Miss shot. Honestly, miss shot by both, though. Something kind of... It's a bit of a free win. Something's lunatic. He goes back to the... He's owned the round, though. Goes back over towards here, clears the line, heavy rotate, or at least keeping 3 strong. Something's done really good here, though. Really, really good. And then we got a bait over towards Heaven for Jing. And again, Jing might get 2 kills here.
Back away, but this could be the clone. So does get information.
If he does, he gets his ult. Big bait.
Player set up here. Inside of B Heaven. Divide. Jing. We're going to try to hold this line. Jing able to find one. Blast packs across the way.
Nice.
Out towards safety. Paint shells to try to buy some space.
No.
Another kill. Would be a showstopper online for him, but he's not going to be able to get it. Leaf strikes him down. Patman now having to do everything.
It wasn't even that bad by PRX as well. G2 just looked kind of good.
In front of the half.
Little bit of a run there early for PRX, but G2
that was nice. There's a lot of nice stuff in this half.
4 in a row of their own. Really found their groove there as that half wore on.
But already some incredible scenes, some great back and forth between the 2 teams. G2 out with the lead, but it's a narrow one. We'll see what happens when we come back after halftime.
5 enough? Give him a pistol? Yeah. I think you're right. You're right with that one. No, there's for sure stuff Polo, but there's a lot of nice stuff going on. Like, you can at least see a lot of good ideas going on, which is good. PRX can win? Yeah, they can win. Again, we gave him like 38% for this. Where we're at. They had some nice rounds here. They had some nice rounds, and then they had like... the worst round was the 5-5 round. And even that's a low buy. The Kanu, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 36 months. Thank you, thank you. Earthquake as well. Thank you for the gifted, dude. Thank you for doing that.
Take a look at the econ report here, sent by Coinbase. As Patman has been doing wonders for the team, but Jogum on the opposite side, he is running the lobby.
Just shouldn't surprise anybody. Coming into a global event, Jogamo always steps up. He is a big game player, to say the least. And he was tremendous with his Euro utility.
What come do you think G2 will run on Lotus?
In the fragging department.
Vice Chamber? Nah, I don't think you can do a Vice Chamber on Lotus. I don't think you can re-clear A.
Something again, struggling a bit here on the Yoru.
I think it will be some of the other maps that'll do that.
The duelist for PRX here on this attacker side. This should be their opportunity to start opening things up.
That's not...
Needs to be, but one of the things that's been very rough for PRX at this tournament has been the pistols.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to get
too many
of them across the board and dropped the opener here. We'll see now that they shift over onto the attacking side, if they can find an ever important pistol win.
This is a very crucial one for them.
Yeah, it's 1-0 on the pistols. I would hate for a double pistol
nice
here.
Start to a side of the map that you feel like they should be pretty strong on, but
1-1 pistol would be lovely though.
The
Vi gets the Sheriff out.
So good at making the right decisions at the right time.
Made close so no one gets to the angle. Stun from Vents is nice.
This is just a fact-finding mission, it seems like. No spike in the vicinity. So this
Yeah,
is just them trying
stun
to set
from
up for
vents
a
is
pick.
really nice. Problem is you'd always
G2
hit your team
wise to the game.
with a TP.
Pretty far back. Want to give PRX a little bit of false comfort.
I like the stun from vents as like a reaction.
Initiator util. And if you go towards this A side, I mean, you've got the flashes, you've got the fades, you've got the breach util, the stuns, everything. So this is going to be tricky.
Bit of damage suffered there on the Patman. Spike still going to be set in mid. Jonah P just going to be backpedaling.
Ooh,
And looks like the
he's kind of nice.
be coming through here from
It's a
PRX
very
as they
fast
try to
rotate
storm
for
their way
G2,
across
like
into the
insanely
side, but
fast.
are still about to be 3 players here to try to greet them.
3 player on site.
In garage. Lee spotting out one. Hits the headshot.
Damn.
In a second. Forsaken will fall.
That's him solo with no one else distracting, by the way, as well.
Might have been a fight back, but Divine out all alone. The spike on the Raptors. Jogamo about to fill that space there in heaven.
Insanely fast rotate from
That's a
G2.
sheriff.
We're really on top of
Gonna
this.
be Jonah P with the ghost. Was able to take him
Double
down. 2 for
pistol?
2 on the
Yeah,
pistol
that's
steal
rough.
on Split. G2 continuing on.
A lot of players here dropping down into the open arms of G2.
Elio, what are you saying?
There wasn't much util. It's kind of bothering them. See Leaf here on the initial one, gets 2. The second onto Forsaken is
Turn off
ridiculous. You take him
annotations.
30,
Yeah, you're right.
down to 34 health. Jonah P there at the end holding the line, but they were just kind of playing back the whole time as G2.
The
just
PRX
trying to
pistol
mirror
record,
the
it can't be
movements of
great.
PRX. And they
Because there's
put
a lot of
themselves in
teams
a
that have rough,
phenomenal position to take away PRX's map pick.
pistol records.
Cheeky combo there off the rip, but mostly just to take
Hello?
control
Sound?
of the orb. And they will grab it. Devi, Sheriff in mid, looking for an opportunity, but Jonah P not going to give it to him. Valen, Paranoia at the ready.
He's ready to
Forsaken. It's actually insane. Really good omen
flash.
flash.
We'll get the game audio back. It's all good for
Whoa.
him. Still
What?
comes away with 3. He just knows how to make
Ow.
that stinger sing. Push out of the smoke. Second has him dead to
Nah,
rights.
that should be illegal.
Devi able to try to make this a little bit more costly. Tag to 77. Jiggle Peak not going to be spotting much, but here's the Prowler coming his way.
That's crazy.
You've still got Leaf around the corner.
Random bullet spread. I'm pretty sure he went for that, dude.
Considering the flank here
I'm
for a
pretty
moment.
sure he transferred at the end.
Closer and closer
That
to
was
strike.
insane.
Just the tremendous patience being shown here by G2. They can wait all day. Spikes down, they know it.
30 more seconds.
That might be
Noise
the
now
clip,
made.
chat.
30
Jogamo
seconds left.
Off the audio
People
cue.
from Riot watching because it's
Closing
playoffs.
the gap, getting ever closer here.
Stinger
It's
getting
likely
that
gonna be
extra
Leaf able
kill.
to take this one down, and
That was
Xiao.
insane.
Some damage dealt, 2 players dead, but G2 close out the anti-eco. Now up 9-5.
All right.
Dude,
This is
look at this
very
third
big
kill,
round for
chat.
PRX. Do or die, it feels like at this point.
What?
Oh, that last little transfer from Valen.
A molly just landed as well.
Absolutely filthy.
I mean, it's a lovely Viper molly.
Does a ton of
But
damage
what the
there.
hell is that?
And they just don't ever really clear out the back of sight. Alex is not thrilled with what he sees, but
Assume, I mean, not seeing a timeout quite just yet. First half was close. Probably
Yeah.
wants to see how this bonus goes.
I mean, I think
Bonus, rather.
you're
He
fine
flicked.
to
I mean,
find
he
on
he
defense
he
for
flicked
PRX.
for
I
it
think that's why he didn't
because
pull
the others
timeout.
peeked him.
If this one doesn't go their way, 100%, there should be a timeout. But once again,
Okay,
a
pressure over
mid-stack,
towards
a little
A.
bit of a
They do
pullback for
prowl
G2.
to clear.
They're giving up some of
G2
this
call for a
A-main space,
3-person fight over towards
opting
middle.
to try to maybe corral PRX at heaven. One of the problems for
Double
PRX is they
bait,
didn't
you
control
TP
A
away
at
and you
all.
have one
Seems
close.
they're
Yeah,
not
I like
going
the
to again.
idea.
They're just gonna
And the
flood
person
site.
baiting's the judge. In reaction to losing A, they push and clear middle to see if there's a lurker.
Decent spot of control here for PRX. 5v5 retake.
Okay, first retake going over towards here. 3-person hold for PRX. But they did this against Liquid, so they might know.
3 players from PRX.
Yeah, they do know.
Sitting out
So they're going to
for main.
hold one for the reaction of them pushing site. Oh my god, this team is nice, dude. What the hell?
Swing out into the open. Patman eating an immense amount of damage. Literally 1 HP remaining on him as something gets taken down
He
by
should have
Trent.
held it the whole time,
Patman
maybe.
going to be trying to do his damage. Cloud connects. Jing swing on the corner. He's able to collect 2. Gets the
Nice
third
shots,
as well.
Jing. Nice shots.
Must
I
just be an
still liked a
attack
lot of the
raise,
stuff
but
I saw
Jing
from
comes
G2 there, by
alive.
the
They
way.
need him the most.
That was kind of cool from them.
Tries to mitigate the losses.
Give them some better guns. They might have won this.
Yeah, PRX able to hang on despite some trickery here from G2. They make it look like they're going to push down ramp. They send a lot of their forces that way. and then double back.
Yeah, no, as soon as they got resistance from ramp, they realized that there were 3-person holding it, so they went over towards site, and then they had the judge for reaction in case they planted for heaven. And normally once you take heaven and take here and you have people ramp, your protocol is to go over towards heaven for the afterplant. So it's like pretty nice from G2, especially after we saw the 3-person hold against Liquid in that game. I'm impressed with that.
It's scary, but I'm gonna try to rely on Jing.
Better guns, there's no better gun than a G2 Stinger.
A lot more players stacked up this time for G2.
It's just the range, man. That was it.
Yeah,
you're pretty right.
That breach you tilt can be really annoying.
Okay, if PRX can win this round, we get a close game.
Under some pressure, backing away to avoid it as swinging in. Full flash from the clone. Jonah P just holding down M1.
Yoru TP for Yoru TP. Big Jewel.
And something's going to be taken down. Jogamo finds him right there, point blank.
That's the round.
Similar to Divide, will
okay,
take it down.
maybe.
Trades it back on a 1. Comes to the corner,
okay.
swing out. Jing able to find the first. Now striking with the judge.
God's sake, bro.
Patman and Forsaken all alone now. Just Patman with everything to do. Swing on the corner, finds the first. The Hawk going to be set. He swings, clears out Leaf. Prowler at the ready.
Whoa, bro. That's a sick round, man. Hey, they forced him down to eco. That's nuts, Impact.
Global stage.
That was a really sick 1v3. There was like no hesitation with everything. That was awesome. Started running for some of this as well. Because the fade out was still in play, right? So they couldn't hear. Oh, it's sick, dude.
But now he clutches it out on the fade. He's got a lot of PRX on their feet. And that could be one of those tide turners.
Yeah, force him down to an eco. What a beast round that was.
Patman
hello, Yumpy. Hello. I had steak today, dude. Really good. What did you eat?
Into a bit of a half purchase here for G2.
God, that was such a well-played 1v3.
Against this squad.
No, this is so dangerous.
For the Bucky, a sheriff for Trent. Stinger in hand for Valen, about to make contact against all of these players here in Garage. Prowler, however, does manage to scout him out. Stinger needs the bullets. He backs away.
I was going to say, what the hell's the boom bot doing there? Is that like Omen Flash or something that messed him up?
Somehow, pretty much no one ends up taking too much damage. Just a tiny little bit there onto Patman. With the orb grab.
Jing, I'm so fine for you to use ult in this round, mate.
They're going to commit to this.
Please use your ult.
Taking the gate crash, trying to get some detail out. Jing finds Jonah P. Sees the wheel there. Top of the Raptors. Spray and praise. Finds one.
That'll do it. Save it for the big rounds. I don't know why I even questioned him. He knows what he's done. They got Raze ult. Raze ult, Yoru ult.
This is monstrous for PRX. They're able to fight
It's so good. I mean, there was double pistol.
Pretty well prepared for this hit to come.
Double pistol and it's 8-9.
Showstopper either. You're able to get through this round extremely clean. Jing now starting to heat up on those entries. Need those first kills to go his way. A little bit of whiffiness here and there, but I believe, yeah, absolutely.
Attack Jack, thank you with the 18 months, dude. Thank you for that. Another round where you can force them down to an eco, and they want to keep it nice and simple. And they get the op out as well, and the op on the retake isn't going to be great, and the op's miles away. Wait, he stuck that? Wait, it's pretty good. Big kill. Damn, nice trades. They won't be able to retake this unless you give them a kill. They don't know about the op.
Slowly creeping his way up mid in towards Vents. Togama with just an operator. Needs Leaf to try to
Where does Rocket go? I have no idea.
Here.
I was thinking that at one point.
Into the site.
Really good timing from Divide.
Himself at risk if Divide just simply turns around.
What?
And there's the pre-fire. Wall to fall.
Leaf might consider this just because of the push through.
So where his counterpart Viper could be.
Looking for maybe just the full retreat.
Did he spot him? Yes, he has.
Really nice. Force him down to an eco. It's good use of the ults. And there's a world where, obviously they're going to get some stingers. There's a world where they start using the ults and stingers and mess up the round.
Catches Trent completely off guard there. Jonah P takes
but
a really
Bren
nice
with the
angle
tier
there
1,
because
thank you for
he
the
knew
36
player
months, dude.
got
Thank you for
revealed by
doing that.
the haunt. He wasn't going to be expected to be that far forward in that corner. Gets a kill because of it, but after that, PRX now starting to rock and roll. And it's going to be the second timeout
Okay,
here
G2
for
with the
G2
timeout.
Esports. PRX still
Talk
gonna
about some
have
kind
both
of plan with the
theirs.
Stingers.
So this is going to be interesting. That was the buy round.
Maybe
That
they
was the
messed up here
opportunity
because they
up
were
for
kind of,
Jog, taken out
you know
of
how I
his
always
hands.
talk about PRX
It's gonna be
using a
another
Yoru
eco
like
coming up.
Jet? It's pretty much what G2 did here.
Behind that eco, a hell of a lot of ultimates.
Didn't have the
rolling
fast
thunder
rotate over
hit
towards A
Nightfall
against a
from the
Yoru ult.
shadows.
They didn't really stack, they kind of played a little bit more traditional.
Disposal, plenty to try to utilize here. Let's see if they're going to be able to pull off a little bit more of that thrifty magic off the back of this timeout.
I feel like a lot of teams
Might
have
have to.
anti-Yoru ults recently,
PRX is going to be
and
coming into cycle themselves
the
pretty soon.
B setup kind of made
Love to
sense
steal this round away from them.
because the Yoru just TPs out of there
PRX is
after
gonna
getting
have
one
a bit of
kill.
money to sit on for
But
quite some
everything
time
else,
here for
not
at least
so
a couple
much.
more rounds to make their buys. The real question is here for G2. What are the change-ups? Do you get aggressive at the mains? Do you try to contest some of those early orbs, some of that early space?
It's still a scary round. They got a
Or is it
lot of
just
ults, 3 stingers, 1
hey, let's make
Bucky.
sure we're
They
not
got retake
trying to take
wall over
challenges at
towards
angles we
A,
don't
but they
need to,
play
at moments we don't
3
need to.
A.
Let's make
They
sure
got the
we're waiting
reactive stun over towards
for the
heaven if they want to.
reinforcements, 'cause that's where they were really hot. On
And
their
let's see, are they
attacker
going to wait
side
for the
is when they
TP
were
and
coming
fight
in
this?
3-4 strong. PRX would challenge them one at a time. It's going to be an early pit.
Viper ult on the
Reinvested Forsaken, a fake on the TP.
Viper on the eco.
Yeah, just looking to see if he can get a response out of G2, but the discipline from Leaf, very, very good. Jogamo right around the corner with a frenzy. Is that going to be read by PRX? They haven't held this corner yet. It'll be the first time we've seen G2 try to lock down that position.
Footstep gets made. See, for the most part, they're avoiding it for the time being. The Prowlers are going to be committed towards heaven. Jonah P. Step here, now going to be revealed. This Boombot ends up going off. He finds the hit. Jogamo going to be taken down. Divide, able to flush him out. He saw consideration for the Rolling Thunder there for a brief little moment, but it seems like the call comes in. No, it's going to be far too risky, far too costly if we can't convert. So instead, they're going to have to just fight their way back down the ramp. Like they shall.
Divide got such low HP, man.
Being dead leaves a weapon on the
Just
floor.
don't give him a kill.
Here for G2.
Don't give him the confidence.
Prince Prowler keeps the spot out. Takes position.
Ooh, Omen Flash missed him. Nice. Patman went double duel on ramp here as well. Patman's playing kind of insane.
Half buys to find purchase, to find value. They regain the lead by 1.
Got a
Another rifle round.
got a Viper out of them.
Expended in the previous round.
Yeah, now you're going to have the operator again for Jogamo. PRX didn't even
Oh,
run
what
into
the
his
hell was
side of the
that?
map.
What are they doing there?
That's huge for Patman. Gets the Nightfall off the back
Yeah,
of
they're
that
not
too.
expecting that swing.
So that's a really nice pickup there for PRX. Divide one away from his ult so he can get the
Okay,
plant down
Jogamo gets
potentially.
his op.
Get that pit right off
The
the rip.
fast TP over towards spawn.
He's going to try to snipe there on the ramp.
That's a crazy decision
Toxic
from
screws
Prius
up.
to change
Sends
POV
the
there.
TP out. Meanwhile, PRX actually spreading the map a bit. Not getting too crazy here. Just doing a little bit of fact finding with some of the fade util. Just kind of trying to decide how exactly they want to navigate this now. Probably really thinking
5 people that
about
can't buy
those
next.
other ults that are going up against them with that Rolling Thunder.
Right, Valen's got to do quite a lot here if they want to go for this. Fade ult goes in. He wasn't close enough to hear the TP. He doesn't hear the TP. Fade eye. You can TP freely. Oh, he missed the window.
Prowler on the chase, quickly cleared out. For the moment, G2 not fully convinced about this push. Valen blinded up here at backside, sees the TP, but Ching swings the corner. Takes him down, keeps Forsaken protected. Divide didn't have it for the player.
Dude, they
advantage
can't
here
retake
for
this with an op.
PRX, Jogamo again, the operator. How do you get yourself back into this? And do you commit a Nightfall to try to identify these players' positions? Goes into the peak with a flick. It's just a hair off. Reposition comes through and something in behind now. Double pumps the shorty, survives with 6 HP. PRX get up to 11.
Great awareness here from PRX.
Jesus,
Realizing that
that
Valen
is
had
so
TP'd
close.
behind the
6
box.
HP, nicely done.
He wasn't still behind
Force them
pillars.
down to an eco.
Forsaken, getting
Chat, they
aggressive
won
there
double
on the
pistol.
Omen, opening up some space in this reposition from something swap over to his trademark shorty. Gets a 3K, and that is huge for PRX. The coordination today starting to look really good, and Trent Some frustration being
Force
shown.
them down to an
One of those
eco.
moments you
That's
don't want to
it.
hit tab. You don't want to see how much damage you just dealt.
Just don't get ecoed. You got 12.
Such a narrow margin of error. It's something now.
Nice shot.
The attack off. Striking
I don't
you
face heaven.
expected. Clones are trying to lead the way. Jogamo not fooled by that. Does manage to quickly trade it back. Sends out a flash to the site. It's already being taken here by PRX, who look to get themselves up the map point.
Out in the open with this plan.
Jing looking for a timing perhaps, but ooh, Jonah P with a belter of a headshot.
Oh, they can pick up the op. Jogamo has ult and Shorty. That's a great play from Patman, dude. 41 HP. It's so bold from him. Love the plays he's making. He never has any hesitation.
Welcome
to my world. He's in position. Fallon ends up getting taken down. The pit now in play. Just go ahead and try to seal the deal on this. Divide with Clip Leap there, right in the leg as he goes bounding forward into that pit. Jonah P now, no other recourse.
Why didn't he ult? I'm not sure. You talk about Jogamo here? There was a bit of hesitation from him. But I also think he doesn't think anyone's going to push him because he knows he's a shorty.
Storming his way through the vents, taps the rope, rides into the top. Jonah P.
Because it is a little bit crazy from Patman.
Divine wanting to try his luck. Tries to flush him out, but Jonah P.
Saves the off. Okay, 3 chances and they lost pistol. Oh boy, this is...
But the operator does get saved.
Great opener here for something. Patman using that seize into just an aggressive push. You never expect that. The wild play that you see sometimes from PRX, incredible. And it's 7 in a row.
It could be a little bit rough. There's a couple of good ults here. Let's see what Something's got for his ult. Insta ult for Something as well. He's the TP over towards middle. Pressure over towards A. Getting into the B hit, but they get info. Oh, dude, Something is... Sure. Dude, look at the rotate. Look at the space, though. As long as they don't actually force in towards B, they've got such good space on this one. Big 1v1 from Devi. Yeah, Devi got so much space on this. Man, and I think G2 are just like, wait, they didn't full commit to a site with the ult. They pretty much committed 5. There's been a question mark over towards Heaven the whole time.
I don't think they're going to be ready for him on site, though. I think they think he's still at screens.
Trying to line up Jing, unable to find it.
Really good movement, man.
Knocks him down to 31. Devi here in Heaven, quickly going to be backpedaling. There's Jogamo. Throws on the mask. Nightfall is available.
No way.
Able to find one. Jonah P going to be taken down. The Fate in position. Trying to go for this.
They got a Fatal, and everyone plays off of site because they have Fatal, and then the Fatal it's going to go site. Please trade that.
It's actually Fallon arriving here on site. Leaf, as you say, trying to go for this flank. Ends up falling down to 32 HP, but Fallon is able
Big
to find
smoke over towards the spike. They might have to gamble, spam through Heaven. Oh boy. Good luck. Big spam. Oh! Oh, and they got the ult out of them. Okay, it's close. It's close. It's close. It was nicely done from G2. All of the ults used, though. All of the ults.
And they persevere as they look for 2 more wins to take
Fade
this
or
one
over towards site. Omen, TP, back of site. Insta smoke on spike, then insta defuse. That was so close, man. Devi can't hear the TP.
But that's okay. Still holding this angle, and Forsaken just kind of gets torn between trying to deal with the screen's position or deal with the lurker, and he pays the price for it. Now maybe a timeout.
Not to be seen.
Okay, 2 chances. Still got the op and play on defense. Fade eye though to set it up. Very obvious that might be a Yori somewhere around here.
Been able to find those moments, those adaptations. Trying to use Jing.
And they group back. Okay, they know he's set up here.
And again, G2 is playing very passive at the early parts of these rounds. It's really how ready are they going to be for Jogamo's forward position.
Nicely done from G2 though. Gets a little bit quiet. Prowler over towards middle to clear mid pressure.
Back to try to avoid the
boom bot to clear. We have a boom bot lineup to clear all of this. That's nice.
The Yor, but the flash certainly go ahead and let them know that the operator is going to be in this position.
Omen flash to clear the op off the angle. Oh, Jogamo messed up.
Well, maybe had gotten away from it. Either way, they're not able to play off the back of it. Forsaken just TPing up top here for the moment.
This could be
the big rotating for G2 at the moment though.
They can suss this out. They know that the Yoru's on site. That might be what they want to avoid.
Out from one angle, sees onto
it's
the
not
other.
too bad because Jogamo's in a really rough spot.
The shorty swap.
Oh no, guys, don't like this.
Checking this, not ready for it. Gets caught.
Oh, his TP's gone.
Goes down.
Oh, his
Gonna be
TP went
Trent
spawn.
Able to go
Oh,
ahead,
nice.
Equalize it at a 3v3. Some spam damage on the Trent. Puts him to 33 health as the spike now gets planted by Patman.
Not much util for either side.
It's a
Paranoia for
big
Valen, flash for something.
3v3. Something. It's a big jaw from you, man. Big jaw from you right here.
Just walk his way down ramp.
Wait, he's not going to go ramp?
Something
Oh.
has to find value in
Wait,
this
he's in a
corner.
good pause.
It's hit by the Paranoia, but he's not the player at risk. Divide, finding another, but now it is all on something.
9 bullets.
Knows Leaf's position, knows he's there above, but Leaf seemingly does not have the lead.
Dude, they lost double pistol. They wrecked them.
PRX.
They got 10 rounds of double pistol. They wrecked them. Nice pick. And they have Lotus, and Lotus is a good map for them.
Made in a very short amount of time by PRX on
Oh,
split.
that's big.
They do a great job finding that open